Vamos.
We'll go for something good. I got 20.
It's my book, goddammit.
There you
How I
go.
please.
It's my dream journal. I can write what I want.
It's literally my book.
You're going for anything good or neutral?
Good or neutral, yes.
Yolero's in the chat. Hi. I'm
Hello,
neutral.
Oh, you
She says she loves me.
Positive up.
This guy.
That's not how that works. Odd up, even down. Down.
Down. So 28 or lower. Blah, 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 blah.
I have so much shit on my
Thanks,
desk. I need a
Yolero.
big
Well,
desk.
I love
technically,
you
this is
too.
neutral. It's not
Mm.
bad. You guys know this one. Sorry, we switched?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So, let's see. I mean, the recap is basically you killed the dragon, and you realize these crystals first freeze you, then heal you afterwards.
Yep.
That's basically what happened.
I realized that real quick.
And
I was like,
Liz nearly killed Yuna
yeah.
because of it.
Liz
Felt
did
kind of
nearly
bad
kill you.
afterwards. I was like, oh my god, I was that close and I was not.
Here's these crystals that hurt you.
It's very much
right,
something
sorry,
that
I
Liz
feel
would do, but also like, oh no.
The realist definition of icy hot.
Neutral or good. This one's neutral. Your fingers bend the other way.
Oh no, not this one again.
That one.
oh, so you immediately drop the book.
Ew.
Yeah, it's like Zalakor is like.
I believe that
Zal-
book would be in his pocket right now.
Yeah, I probably would have stood it, and I'm, like Zalakor just like thinking to himself, and like he's like got his hand like. Zalakor for the most part is like you just be like in thought, and then it's just just puts the hand on the other side to still have it like curl the chin.
Fucking whack.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh.
This music is filling me with whimsy.
Whimsical little lads.
Are you listening to your own music or
Yours.
nice?
So, you gonna react to that at all?
No, Zalakor's used to the bullshit of this book. You don't care.
Oh,
So,
you got that one. No, I've seen that one before.
I only can look at you in the
I
eyes
thought-
right now.
Could be worse.
You're right, it could be worse, but it's still not pretty to look at, so... All of it. So either please hide your hands under your cloak, or I'll just keep averting my gaze.
I mean, I guess I could take a crack at it if you don't want to hold it. If you don't want to hold it backwards.
Zalakor is gonna walk over to the like cart full of crystals.
Mm-hmm.
If I cast Mage Hand,
Also, thank you
Does-
so much for the head pat,
because Mage Hand
Soliora.
only
I
has
just noticed
one
you
hit
gave me
point,
those. Thank you.
but it's not technically a person nor is it a creature. So can I grab a crystal with Mage Hand and like am I able to grab a crystal with Mage Hand?
You may try.
I'll try.
You can most certainly try.
So you cast the. Is there?
You will try.
If you want, you can
Mission-
describe what the hand looks like.
I mean,
If it's anything
Te-
special.
I think Zalakor's Mage Hand is more like instead of it looking like a spectral hand, it's more of just a intensity of psychic energy that it probably looks more like just a bending of like vision, almost like
Yeah.
like the heat warble.
Oh.
Is Mage Hand immune to anything?
It just
Or-
a spectral floating hand appears to a point you choose within range. The hand lasts the duration until you dismiss it as an action. Hand vanishes if you've been more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast a spell again. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. The hand can't attack, activate magical items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
When you use a mage hand, it it tries to like and the second it touches one of the crystals, it just evaporates.
Oh.
It seems like it's more of an energy that's coming from this rather than the crystal itself.
Okay. I have one other thing I want to try really quick because of I put it in this fucking.
I will say, now that you're kind of like more paying attention, you're not really distracted by the massive dragon. You do notice the entire minecart seems to be frozen.
Okay. I had saved my warlock subclass thing because it actually gives me other spells that I can cast that don't count towards my spells. So I am out of spell slot currently. But
Warlock moment.
Yeah.
well, I guess we could just take a short rest, and then I'd woohoo spell slots back.
Yeah, I will say you guys all do remember that Corridor said that he will be arriving back the next day to bring you guys back.
True.
For a second, I
That-
heard corridor, and I thought you said Corazorn, and I was like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird. I don't
Corazorn.
remember him being here."
My wife just died. What am I doing here?
I missed my wife.
I missed my
wife
wife.
a little. I missed her a lot. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go. Just walks into the wall, phases out of reality.
Where'd the random man come from?
Why was he
So-
like 8 feet tall? What the fuck was that?
Wearing sweatpants.
Oh god.
Yes,
Okay.
Zalakor will wait to take the short rest. So when I have spell slots back, I want to see if I can cast telekinesis on the cart holding the crystals.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm
So
guessing you
I
go
can-
back to the fire.
Yeah, I'll go back to the fire and wait for this short rest.
Okay. So first, I need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh boy. Oh boy, my
I'm
specialty.
always so good at those.
19. Oh, I didn't even use my real dice. Fuck.
9.
That's
Muscle
a
memory.
6.
You got 6?
That's a 6.
Okay.
I got a
Uh,
9.
Lower than my usual.
Jack?
31.
Jesus.
I
God,
got a
fuck.
13.
Who could have fucking guessed?
So-
Crazy.
I will say, Yuna and Jack, both of you feel a sudden cold coming from this area. You feel almost a wind of cold air coming from over there.
From everywhere. I wasn't zoomed out. enough.
Kind of the main cave with all the crystals. The main mining kind of.
Okay.
Oh, just like the top right corner.
Yeah, top right corner. All of these crystals. That area, you can feel cold coming from that direction.
Who turned on the AC?
Liz and Zalakor do not notice this.
Zalakor is just deep in thought, and Zalakor keeps glancing back at the dragon, and then just thinking.
I'll hit the full on.
Do you feel that too?
Alright.
I'll start playing Jenga with the bones on the ground.
There's a weird draft coming from the crystals.
I don't feel nothing. You all
Feel like
crazy.
Winds of breeze.
You don't
Whatever,
feel
whatever that
thing.
was. Well, at least someone else is feeling it too. You don't feel crazy.
You want to pull a bone out?
Sure.
Go right ahead.
Does it fall over,
Two.
Jerome?
It the fuck he does. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
I was like, Dex check feels reasonable for Jenga.
Yeah.
Bone
It-
Jenga.
Total 7. That is
What
a 2.
actually happens is that Liz builds it kind of more like a log cabin because she doesn't know what Jenga is. So you pull it out, and of course it falls.
Aw,
It makes the dry bone sound effect.
Exactly.
I was thinking about the Legos breaking.
Damn, I wish I had mending so I could made it do like.
Aw,
got it.
man.
You guys planning on taking a
Have
short
to
rest?
make it again.
Yeah.
Well, did the
My health says I would love a short
I was gonna
rest.
say did the short rest did this draft happen after an hour or in the middle of the hour of the short rest?
It happened before anyone even tried to fall asleep.
Oh.
Well, short rest isn't sleep. Short
Or
rest is
resting.
different.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like
It
sitting
happened
around
before
chilling.
the rest started. So like when Zalkor was walking back from the crystals, that's when it happened.
Hmm.
And it's not like I will say it's not like it wasn't just a breeze. It's consistently cold coming from there.
Mm-hmm.
I will go take a look. I feel
Please
this is
do.
something to keep an eye
I'm
on.
gonna sit closer to the fucking fire.
I'm going to like go out, like look at the dragon, feel disappointment, and then kind of like hug around this way, so I can keep my 120-foot vision.
Feel disappointment.
Yeah.
Just
So,
like yeah, I'm just way the fuck back here.
The second you go over, you see inside where all the crystals are. You see actually like almost the ceiling kind of crumbling. Rocks are kind of falling down onto the floor. And you see from where the crystals are, a massive line of snow is seeming to almost pile and flow out.
Do I have any clue what this could be?
Roll a nature check.
I'd
Oh,
like to come over
boy.
and see what's up as well.
Nature check, my favorite.
Oh
4.
boy.
4. No, you have no idea what this could be or why this is being caused.
I'll be much closer. How are these like chest high walls? Like, how tall are these?
So, since this is made for Goliaths, these
like chest high walls.
but like, what do you like? Are you talking like? What do you mean by
Like, are they walls so you can see over, or are they to the ceiling?
Yes.
These walls are to the ceiling, and then
Okay.
there's the arch
Arch,
that
okay,
leads
okay.
into it.
Cool. I'll kind of.
You also see the massive line. So it seems to be continuing to kind of spread out the ground frosting as it seems to be spreading.
Can I nature check this?
Go ahead.
14. Let's go.
14. Actually, you know what? You actually have advantage on this one.
Oh shit.
Real shit?
16.
16.
Hell yeah.
So you
I have a plus
actually-
1. I'm not gonna argue.
Almost at the back of your head, like something suddenly turns and like clicks into place as you realize you actually know what these crystals are. They are a very, very rare crystal called Istherium. And
Mystical.
they are actually This music really doesn't fit this. One moment. Let me
Do you
call
want
it.
my cave music? Do you want the cave music back?
It's so mischievous.
Do you want
the?
Do you want the cave
Like, you
music
might as
back?
well-
Do you want the cave
You
music?
might as well be
Exactly.
playing fucking
Yeah.
yankety sax while we're doing this.
Oh, dude, I am listening to music on par with the Yakety Sax right now. I'm listening to like high energy funk.
I'm
But
bringing
you
back the
look
cave
and,
sounds.
you know that Istherium is nearly impossible to collect because whatever touches it, it freezes. So it is very hard to collect, but you also know if left in air without being contained correctly, it will start spreading snow further and further out, at least 40 to 50 miles.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
I was not expecting eco-terrorism in today's session.
Is that like
Okay, I need to, I was caught so off guard. I need to like repeat that
40
to make sure I understood it wholly. If uncontained correctly, such as what I'm staring at right now,
Yes.
it will spread snow for up to, quote, 40 to 50 miles.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm talking, you know,
radius or
you've actually
diameter?
seen this before. It has actually been used for terrorisms and such, and these things create snowstorms, blizzards that can freeze entire cities.
Oh my god.
No, you're absolutely right. This shit would be insane. You just like leave a crystal in like a fucking alley or somewhere, and it just. Oh my god.
And it
Okay,
seems
holy
like
shit.
the thing that's been containing this and keeping it a secret was the dragon.
Oh no.
Also, are we talking
I will-
40 to 50 foot radius or diameter?
In a giant, basically a giant circle, all like a giant sphere.
we're saying like is it 40 to 50 miles across or 40 to 50 miles from the
From
crystal?
the center, from the crystal.
From the
in,
center.
In all directions.
In all directions.
Oh!
Is that gonna go
Oh!
to Jack?
So
seeing
up
the
to 100
just-
feet.
Oh shit!
Or 100 miles end to end.
Yes,
Got
this
it.
is you immediately see this, and once it clicks in your brain, you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh, we
shit.
gotta tell people about this. I immediate without thinking, I'll walk over, grab like a part of like some part of your clothes, and just start dragging you to the group.
Is this bad?
This is bad.
Okay, as we're being dragged over,
So which one do you want to
I
pull
w-
out?
as we're passing by the dragon, since we didn't get the short rest, I'm going to tap into my possession to cast telekinesis anyway.
Okay.
But it will. How much damage do I take? Because I
Let
don't
me.
have spell slots.
So I'm guessing you're calling upon Guryanok for this step.
yes.
Do you
Okay.
want
Let
us to
me.
do eco-terrorism? What's your
Let
thought on that?
me.
No, if
What's
you
your
take that-
health at, by the way?
Take that bone out, the whole thing will collapse.
74. I'm pretty good.
Oh,
Okay.
healthy boy.
You take 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay.
Ow.
not
So-
bad.
When you cast this, or when more specifically Guryanok casts this, your body almost you can feel energy that's not supposed to be there being taken out of your body.
Yes. And like you, Jack, dragging me across, see like partial like dislocation of shoulders and like almost bones are cracking and pulling as I'm trying to pull this energy. I want to cast telekinesis on the minecart and just try and dump the crystals on the dragon corpse to see if anything happened. I know we've filleted this corpse.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it really depends. Obviously, I doubt you could carry all of it because this is a massive freaking dragon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
in my
lifting
inventory, inventory, I have written, quote, anything dragon related.
You have anything that you would find like that you think Jack
Reasonable
would
on a
have
dragon.
taken. Yeah, so
Yeah.
don't like go ahead and be like, oh yeah, I have 14 steaks of dragon meat.
No, I have like
Steaks.
a fucking like probably a tooth and a couple of scales.
Yeah.
So like with whatever's left, the telekinesis can lift 1,000 pounds of an object.
So you pour the crystals onto the dragon's corpse, and the dragon's corpse immediately just freezes. And the ground around it almost immediately begins to freeze, and snow begins to accumulate on the floor.
Well, didn't go exactly as I'd hoped, but shit.
Fuck you do that for?
Listen, we don't have to worry about what the fuck he did that for. We have to worry about what the fuck he did it with.
Yuna, it's your turn.
That's just
No, hold on. What's happening?
Hysterium. It is used as an eco-terrorism weapon used to shut down cities. It is a 100-mile diameter for how far it can affect. It will create snowstorms to an insane degree. We need people to know about this so we can deal with this.
Do we know of an effective way to destroy it or how to contain it?
I'll say because only Jack would know. And that's actually, Yuna, you can make a history check, unless you would have never heard of this. Well, before history check as well. Maybe you were experimented on with Hysterium before.
Just really fucking cold.
Said he studied.
For history, you said?
Yeah, history.
Oh, D20.
Surprisingly, I got a 13. Most of the time,
9.
I get like a 3 or a 5 or something.
No, neither of you guys know what Ethereum is. Only Jack knows. And the reason why Jack knows is because it has been used on the kingdom of Fairville before.
I've had to deal with it.
I'm just gonna say, of course, I was like, I'm not allowed to get one because I failed my roll earlier. What would I have gotten? I got a critical hit. I got a 20. I'm
God.
Oh
But,
man, you shouldn't have rolled it.
so
you could have used that for something
You
else.
can make a history, or would it? Yeah, I would say history check would be fair, to see if you remember how to contain this.
19.
Mm.
God damn.
So you know that
Boy remembers.
well, actually, one moment. I need to get into my notes.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh shit. Hearing the DM go, I need to get
So
in my
there's a
notes.
pirate.
Oh my
So,
fucking
The DM
God.
going, I need to get in my notes, or I don't have enough dice for this roll, are terrifying.
So you know that the first way of getting rid of them is them being actually used, such as using them to heal. So if you grab them, they freeze, they heal, then they turn to dust.
Yes.
The other way you know that they are contained is, and the way the dragon was containing them, is that if it breathes air or frost colder than the actual ice that it's making, then they will freeze in time, basically.
Wait, were you dumping the like crystals onto the dragon corpse to see if it would revive it?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Look, I know they're magic and they heal. I don't know how well they heal. I just know they're magic and they heal.
But
fair.
unfortunately, the way that would be normally contained, you have forgotten because that one was a DC 20.
God.
God
Curse my
damn.
+1. Curse it.
I'm just gonna fucking shoot. There's a pile of crystal back there. I'm gonna just shoot Eldritch Blast at it, because
No, because if you break it, it's just gonna spread. It's a fucking plague.
Well, he's already
I
locked
shatter
in.
it. I shatter
know.
it to be what?
I will
2 feet
say,
next to
you know what will happen is that it will freeze, and probably for maybe a month or two, it will be intensely cold. But then for the next month or two after the cold, it will do the opposite. Because, as you know, once you hold on to the crystal, it freezes, then warms. So after the freeze, it will go really hot.
Like a fucking supernova. Holy shit.
Oh, that would do
Yes.
like
Is that what happened to
absolute, like,
Sandridge?
That would absolutely destroy any plants. Like, the plants would
Okay,
then get
let's
frozen
just-
and then get burned.
Let's all just
after the
run into
warm,
there and use them all at
they-
once.
Yeah, after they warm, they will turn to dust. So it doesn't last forever, but it lasts for 4 months.
Oh my god.
Why don't we just like burn it or something?
It won't work like that.
Hmm.
Who would we even tell about
Oh
this?
God, what's the place that we just came from?
The place that you get,
God,
you talking
called?
about Alderwick?
Yes. How far away are they?
I would say probably, judging from the dense forest and how I don't like this. But for context sake, I'll say that it is probably like the very edge of it would probably be around maybe I'll say 60 miles. So it would
60
probably
miles.
cover most of the forest.
Okay.
But it probably wouldn't quite reach Alderwick.
Okay.
But it would be very close.
Be very close.
And just because like it would still be very cold.
That would still, I mean, that would still be a ecosystem of
Mm.
endangered mythical and magical
Yeah,
creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah, because this
Yes.
place is specifically for like having those creatures so we can
Yes.
get their
This will
materials.
this will put
Ugh.
animals and creatures to extinction.
This is
Man.
going to either
We are-
extinct creatures or cause them to be shoved into the livelihoods of those nearby.
Or force them out. Yep.
Yep.
Into other people's backyards.
And because it's only
Ah.
50, it's only 50-mile radius. You like, I would say that Jack, you would know they probably would just
Just go.
trample right into the
Oh.
towns and cities.
Oh, this is dirty
actual-
right now. This is
Actual
messy.
ecological disaster
know
on our
what?
hands.
I'm a community Grianok.
I'm gonna go to the
You
bathroom
want-
real quick. I'll be
Hey,
right
we
back.
both agree.
Okay.
Hey, Greenog, we both agree ecoterrorism sucks, right?
Is Audrey gonna, for a moment I thought Audrey was just going to go up and shake you.
I can't remember what exactly was the thing again because I didn't write it down. What was the name of the crystal?
That is called Istherium.
Therium. Cool.
So ISTHI not I. It's yeah. ISTHARYM.
We can whisper chat, but he's not making it a like secular like conversation.
You're just
He-
basically
Yeah, I'm not trying to do it in secret. Like with Zalakor, very obviously just like eyes roll back and like kind of letting his voice and mine occupy.
yeah, I'm not going to do the voice because obviously it's not
Yeah.
like Gurionok's voice is projecting from because I still want to
Yeah.
keep that a secret until you guys actually meet him. Only
Yeah.
I was
Yuna
about to say
and
only.
Zalakor
Yeah.
know what this thing sounds like.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm actually very proud of that voice, so
It's a good voice.
thank you.
But yeah,
Um,
while that's happening and his voice is being like projected out, like Yuna kind of like shudders and just like looks down at the floor like.
So, what specifically are you asking, Gurion?
I would go like as it's happening, I'll just say due to my unfortunate problematic choice, Istherium is threatening the livelihood of all magical creatures within this forest. Either they die to the blizzard and the heat, or they leave this forest and trample those in the livelihoods outside of the forest, causing them to be hunted to their extinction. How can we deal with this threat?
Gurionok replies with basically, I know what Ethereum is, but unfortunately, despite my long years, I never needed to contain it because it was never founded until I was already in prison. So the best thing that he would recommend would be for you to go to someone that would know. So seeing that this cave was found by Goliaths, maybe going back to Alnarwick, talking to people there would probably be the best thing that you can do, because they are already
Okay.
inept with these kind of things, being that they live here.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so Green Knot goes, oh.
Yeah. He's
Papa
old,
Knock.
he's old, but
Papa
he doesn't
Knock,
mean,
what do
it
we
doesn't mean
do?
he knows everything.
Look,
Damn,
you gotta
bro. Sorry that happened to you, or glad it happened to you. I ain't read all that.
I ain't read all that, dude.
exhaust all options.
So
Jack is like fully locking in. He's just like doing fucking calculations. He's like, I'm just gonna have to find somebody like that can show me somebody in power that can do like
There
make
was a
moves
Goliath.
on this shit.
There was a Goliath who was in Alnarwick. They might know the proper channels, or somebody who knew the proper way of holding this in.
You mean like my friend?
Yes. Besides, if we told
Yes.
governmental powers about this, what makes you so sure they wouldn't use it for their own benefit?
suddenly you hear a giant crash as you hear something crumble from the cave system. You can tell that there was some sort of either a sinkhole or something that caused a giant cave in that area. And you actually see, all of you see light coming from the entrance to where the crystals were.
I think
Well,
we
either
need to go.
Either something came in or something fell down, but we need to leave.
I start like
But I'm not
full
done
tilt
with my
sprinting.
Jenga.
Both.
Yeah,
Grab-
Yuna's grabbing
Backwards.
Liz's arm and just fucking, let's go. Just, we're running out of the cave.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, if you didn't grab her, Zalakor was gonna backwards palm her.
Oh my god!
Lord
Okay.
almighty!
So you guys begin to run out of the cave, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, as you start running, the second you get out of the cave, you see something that you wish you didn't.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh!
Winter
A
has
giant ravine created itself in the ground, exposing what you can tell are the crystals, and snow is completely covered already in
Oh,
a massive area. The wind is blowing, and it is intense. Also, Audrey, you already have a level of exhaustion. Remember that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah!
I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to have a city, and rather than harness this kind of shit, I'm gonna go
Well,
find.
yes, any attempts at holding this in, I think, is already a moot point.
We just need to warn people.
Yeah.
It's really snowing out here, guys.
I will also want you guys all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
13.
I knew something was up by the phrasing. Already has
What? 20?
a level of exhaustion. I was like, oh
You
no.
said Constitution?
Yeah, Constitution saving.
26. On a net.
Extra 20. Nice.
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 I got a 13.
I also
13.
got a 13. Yo, we're paralyzation and 13 brothers.
My man.
Yuna?
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Dang it,
good.
what do I need to roll?
A Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck. That would be 11.
So thankfully, all of you guys were able to, you were able to tuck in your coats a little tighter. And it is absolutely freezing. You can tell it's already in the negatives.
Oh shit!
Oh my
You need to
god.
start
My clothes are kind of ripped up from the previous battle. This is probably terrible.
You're able to tuck in, pulling your cloaks tighter, and keep yourself away from the cold. Thankfully, the cave that you are in is already helping with the intense cold.
Zalakor. First, can I see? Does the cold just keep going up, or does it seem like it's more concentrated down right now?
Make a perception check.
That is, I think, a 9. Nope, it's a 10.
While you can tell, it is going both ways. It seems like this cave-in, because of it, it burst out of the floor. So most of the cold air is now going up instead of down, seeing that the already rock and stone is blocking the way.
Rocket stone.
Rocket stone.
Rocket stone.
Rocket stone.
Sorry.
It seems like because it's harder to freeze down, it is bursting out almost like a volcano, and that is the reason why this cave-in happened, is because it got so pressurized.
Zalakor is going to.
I
using
full clear this.
I'm going to snap. Using another bit of possession. And I'm going to cast Flight on 3 of us. Because I believe I can target 3. Yeah, I can target 3 of us. So who's not getting Flight?
I can full clear this chasm.
Well, it's flight of 60 feet. So I would say, so we could do the 3 bigs and hold Liss and go 120 feet to try to run.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I'm small.
Yeah, I'll get the 3 bigs.
Score.
I'll get the 3 bigs. My strength is only 14, but I'll like grab Liz and just like put her on the middle of my back so she's like riding Superman.
Mine is 8.
I'm only a foot tall. I can handle it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll for damage.
Yes. I just realized if I try to put the fists forward for Superman, they're gonna be backwards. Because of the curled fingers.
Oh yeah, you're.
Can you not do that? That's
Damage.
disgusting.
14,
just like.
okay.
Ugh.
Yuck.
I feel uncomfortable looking at you.
I hate any.
I'm just
I
gonna
hate the hypermobile videos where the guy like
just-
grabs the cup.
Yes.
But then we'll just try and fly 120 feet around to escape this shit.
I need you all to make a perception check.
I'm great at those.
14.
Oh shit! Is that another 31?
That's a
God
1 for
damn.
me.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
1. That's a natural
Yeah,
1.
my boy Scanlan pulling his fucking weight today.
I got a 21. 21?
Okay. So immediately Jack and Yuna, you guys both see already a variety of magical creatures just running towards the direction of where the city was, away from the cold.
Boy.
Oh,
Isn't
fuck, we
most
need
of
to
it
hurry.
like put up in the tree, so they should be okay?
So I'm guessing you guys are just going to book it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else we can
Fly.
do.
I'm fucking rip roaring as fast as I can.
Ain't no sticking around this area.
And you have the whole thing where you can't get lost in forests.
Yes. Forests and grasslands.
Damn you.
Ranger moment. Finally, I get to do the thing.
So, following Jack's lead, you are able to fly through the forest, and no matter what you do, the snow, it just doesn't seem to stop. And it seems like because of maybe how pressurized the inner crystals were, because they're covered in stone, once they were finally broken free, it burst out a lot more energy all at once than it should have. I'll need you all to roll another Constitution saving.
Oh boy.
Booyah, that is an 18.
14.
6.
That's an 8 on the dice. That's a 14 in total.
Okay. The cold is gained to you, and you will take a point of exhaustion.
It's just disadvantage on.
Yep, on ability
attack roll.
checks.
Yeah, ability. It's ability checks. Not movement speed yet.
So as you guys continue flying, eventually, you notice a giant, fleshy, floating thing.
Lovely.
Multiple tendrils coming out with eyes. And you know exactly what this is.
What is going on?
It is the that Corridor was talking about. It doesn't seem to notice you, and it seems to be trying to get away from the cold as well.
Stay
I will take that.
Stay away from its conical vision. Fly too high for it to see.
To be fair, I
I
don't
can
even think
fly.
Eunice
I can
can do one
move
of those.
stealthily at a normal pace in my favorite terrain.
Bruh.
I'm just gonna fucking stealth bomber.
You
Right
have to
above
roll a
it.
stealth check to get past it.
Oh, we all have to roll stealth?
Yes, everyone. And I'm going to be taking the average, so...
Cool, cause I got an 8.
Man! Should stealth.
17.
That's an 8 in total.
26.
26, 17, 8, and 8 divided
These are
by
the things
4.
that I'm good at. I have like 2 expertise and 2 proficiencies, and that's it.
God damn.
Everything else, I'm fucked. It's a wrap for me, bro.
Okay. Thankfully, by the skin of your teeth, you are able to avoid its gaze and its nose as you fly over
Do beholders
the
have
beholder.
noses? Do beholders have noses?
In this analogy, yes, they do.
Yes,
so
they do.
it's got a fucking
Benosder?
The nose.
benoster.
Instead of a giant eye, it's just a giant nose.
What?
It sniffs you, right? Yeah. That's gross. I can smell you.
I can smell it. I can smell it.
It sniffs the magic away.
As you guys are continuing to zip around in the air, you eventually hear a voice. What the actual fuck is happening?
Ecoterrorism.
Is this the voice that we
Yeah,
recognize?
just keep going.
Or...
Yes, you can tell that this is Corridor.
Oh!
Look, you need to run back to town. No
don't
time
see
to
him.
explain.
You don't
Just
see
go.
I'm
Yeah,
full tilt
I
standing.
hear
I'm
him,
not
just like-
slowing down.
Just yelling out, "Run back to town!
Just run.
Very a problem."
So let me go to the
Doppler
world
effect
map.
on that must be insane.
It's the real problem.
So I'll say so far, with the distance you've gone, like even if at the speed, If I can actually grab onto things. You guys have only gone maybe this far. And with how, like, with the snow, you don't know how far you have no idea how far it's gotten already. But it's still extremely snowy.
Is it
Traveling
getting
about
worse?
50 miles an hour.
Or like can
You
I
can-
gauge it based off of how much snow is falling?
Let's do a nature check.
Just my go. Oh, another banger. 14.
You can tell that as long as you keep going in the direction, it is getting better.
Okay. We're making at least slight progress.
Like,
We are
it's
outpacing
probably
it.
now, instead of at -10, it is probably now at 0.
We take those.
Wow.
We take those. That is progress. We are
Wow.
outpacing.
Yes.
Ugh.
What have you guys done?
I'm just kind of using prestidigitation to like heat up my body.
Or make you feel warm? I'm not sure if it actually heats you up.
Well, I think I can use it to instantaneously light or snuff out a candle.
Are you a candle?
That's a fair question.
But I feel if it can light or snuff out a campfire candle, it can make just general warmth.
But it says lighting a candle.
Are you
Okay, here, I'll be fair. You can feel a candle's warmth, which is not a lot.
I mean, it's some warmth,
Better-
I
yeah,
guess,
it's-
but still.
It's literally
Fucking
better
hot
than
hands.
nothing.
That's it.
You can maybe feel it on, like, your fingers. That's it.
I mean, that's a good spot to warm up.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining a picture of Zalakor in front of a candle.
Come on.
I'm just thinking
Come on,
about
buddy.
those, like,
You and I forever.
the,
Okay, you
like
chill,
pocket
you
warmers, like the red hands.
You chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. So I'm like warming.
You
my
are living
clothes.
material.
You are living material.
I know, but I'm warming my
Flavored
clothes.
yourself?
Okay,
You
that's-
flavored
that's
your
fair,
clothes?
Fair enough, yeah.
Seasons
That's
them?
Let me
Yeah,
let me roll to see if this
little bit
works.
of
If it
salt,
gets
a little
above
bit
a
of
10, then it will succeed. If it gets below a 10, it won't succeed.
Cool.
A little bit of pepper.
I'm flavoring my jacket to taste like Old Spice.
That is a 3.
Still
Taste?
trying. Yeah.
So I'll
What
say
do
you're
you
able to
mean?
get your socks.
Yeah. Hey, keeping the
So
feet
your
warm is
toes-
good.
gonna
your
say,
toes are nice and warm.
Okay, toes being warm is actually pretty fine because my toes right now are fucking freezing. I hate this goddamn like where
Put
I
some
have to put my
socks.
desk here because the AC vent, even when I have it closed, is just blasting my feet,
Mm.
and all my
So-
socks are in the fucking wash.
Oh.
After about probably an hour of travel, you eventually the snow thins out and eventually dissipates. But you look behind you and you just see a swirling storm of snow.
Oh my
It's-
god.
It almost looks like a tornado of snow.
If my fingers bend backwards, does that mean my neck bends backwards as
No.
well? Okay. I just thought it'd be funny. Jalakor tries to look back, and it's just staring directly at Liz. Just head cranes back.
Hi.
So
The Twitch.
you know,
reflex.
one thing I was so surprised is that you guys didn't use the ring.
That's actually very fair.
Yeah.
I was just kind of in lock-in mode.
just
To
like,
be
"Get
fair,
out!"
Yuna. To be fair, Yuna has a ring, and he kind of gave up on using the fucking portals. He's like, "This shit doesn't work for me. Whatever." Let's
This
just
thing
rock
I feel
it."
like he's
Doesn't
given
work.
up on trying to use the magic because it never works for him.
Yeah, pretty much. He's kind of given up on it. It's,
Just
it's
like-
not for me.
Petty anger. Just like, no.
It's just not for me.
His fucking night shifts, he puts the ring down like across the fire and just.
Just like,
Just
So you guys eventually, after a long time of travel, you make it back to Aldner.
Wow.
And with the flying, thankfully you're able to make it before it gets. It's gotten tonight. It is currently nighttime. And you can still, even at Ulnerwick, you can still hear the blizzard. While it's a lot more distant, you can hear it.
Is the cold reached here yet?
It is a lot cooler than you remember, but it's not cold.
No
Are
snow
there
yet.
are there any like magical creatures around that are like still like trying to flee the blizzard, or have we passed them too?
I'll say you can make a perception check, but at disadvantage because you're so focused on going forward. And you're already, extremely high in the air, and you're in dense fog you were in dense fog and snow when you were running.
19.
19. I will say, when you did see a variety of magic. You saw the blind wolves. You saw a giant insect a lot further down. But it seems like they are currently at least strolling towards Alnerwick.
They haven't quite reached all.
They have not reached Alnerwick. I would say because your speed is so much greater, and it seems like the other creatures are still like confused and not like immediately running away from whatever this is. I'd say that by the time you reach here, they're probably like here.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
You know what I should do is make this 10 feet, and then I can make this miles instead.
There you go.
Well, actually, that's actually quite close to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was right here that I said it would be 50 feet, but a lot closer than I was thinking.
Looks like we beat the creatures from the forest. We need to warn anyone and everyone about what's coming.
Wait, Bliss, where was this
Yeah.
friend of yours?
Les hops off his back and just runs towards.
How much more time do we have on fly?
That was a good question.
That's actually a good question. You might have been on the ground for some of it.
Flight is 10 minutes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
God
We've been at
damn
this
it.
for hours.
You know what? I'll say that despite everything, you guys were able to make it even if you were on foot.
All right, cool.
We could have also used the ring.
That's
How
well,
did
if you
I
guys
wrap this
reuse
up?
the ring, I would want to have a roll for that. So if you guys want, we can go back and you guys can say that you can try using the ring.
I mean, you said we would have made it either way, even
No,
if without.
it's too late.
but-
I made you guys go back. You guys are back in the snow.
Okay.
You and your big mouth. Anyways,
My apologies.
what's what
I
do
was
I
trying to figure out if I still had flight time left to just go through the fucking city.
It's a Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw.
Cool. Do I still have a point of exhaustion?
Yes, but it's a
I don't
saving
think-
throw, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Yeah.
Right.
just-
Okay. So con save.
You will. What isn't it like? You'll only get rid of the exhaustion if you go on a long rest.
Long rest, correct. And you only
Yeah, I rolled a
heal-
Long rest
You only
or
heal one thing per long rest.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Whisper chat.
Okay.
he has the one ring, he's turning invisible.
How's it going?
Well, that sure is something. I wasn't expecting him to get yoinked into the fucking chat for
Ether.
trying to use the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
neither did I.
me neither. What the heck?
By the way, I opened TO2 and did one round of Man Up. And like it was on a tour that I had only one thing left of. I didn't get anything fucking good. I think I got like the back burner and a engineer wrench with a robot head on it.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
First round when I get in, they're taught one of the dudes is complaining like, we don't need a sniper on wave 1. My brother in Christ, who gives a shit? You only lose the ticket if you complete it. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, shut the fuck up.
Also,
You don't have the talking stick, shut
also,
up.
the sniper was named Mr. Homosexual.
My man. My man.
Mr. Homosexual.
That's actually my alt. Fun fact.
Oh, you are playing... What, and you didn't
Yeah.
tell me you were playing MVM? What the hell,
That's a
man?
guilty pleasure of mine. I'm ashamed of it.
You specifically only join your friends in MVM and pick
Yes.
sniper when you
As-
don't need to.
As Mr. Homosexual.
As
Yes.
Mr. Homosexual.
Yes. I don't know where this bit's going.
Neither do I.
I had someone on Twitch. Their name is Slime Chemist. They followed me earlier today. I just thought it was a funny
What was-
name.
What was the dude who was asking for pictures of your sandals?
It was slippers, actually, specifically.
Slippers.
That was a while ago.
Right.
There was like a random chatter that came in, and they were very casual, and they were like asking questions about like stream stuff, and like they were being really normal until suddenly they were like, "Hey, can I DM you on Discord?" And I was like, for what?" And then they DM me anyway, and then
That's a good sign.
then they're
I
like,
think
"Hey,
that- weren't they a
could you send me pictures of your slippers? I'd gift bits for it. I've always wanted to see VTuber say like slippers," and I'm like,
Well, if
no
I remember
thanks.
correctly, they were a different username, and then they joined in under like
No, there was
Slipper Lover or something.
two different ones that followed. One was like something normal, and then the other one was like what
Slipper
slipper
lover or
fetish or
something.
something. It was like slipper fetish, I think.
Yeah.
It was. And I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable with that. No thanks. Block you. No thanks. I'm good.
The hell?
That's
I don't
weird.
understand
Also, I don't
people.
have slippers.
El Bozo?
El Bozo, I don't
fucking
have
Bozo.
slippers, so you can't even. Can't even.
Fucking dumbass.
Dumbass didn't even calculate. I could not have slippers. Oh, I'm getting into the part on One Piece with what's his name? The yellow-haired guy with the funky looking
Sanji,
eyebrows.
I fucking knew it. I was like, who joins after Usopp Sanji?
That guy.
I can't wait for you to get to Nami just kind of outright killing a man.
I saw
It doesn't seem like much until you fully factor in what happens, but she kills a man.
Oh.
There's not a chance in hell he survives it. I will point it out after you
Okay,
get through it if you
sure.
do not realize it. It is fucking hilarious, and it is one of my...
Is he casual?
Oh, it's played as a bit. It's one of my
Oh.
favorite things because she kills him and everyone goes, "Oh, good thinking."
Okay,
think-
alright.
there was some meme. It was like the mom with her daughter, and the daughter's like, "I'm this character." Like, "Oh yeah, you are, honey." Dad's with their son. "Look, Dad, I'm Monkey D. Luffy." "Fuck off! I'm Monkey D. Luffy."
I'm having a good time though. It's fun.
User entered your channel.
One Piece is amazing.
Hi.
So who does this song with?
It all starts with a pirate named... Actually, but we know now, it started before a pirate named Goldie Roger. It started with a pirate named Joy Boy.
Oh my lord.
This happens 1,000 years before our current timeline.
Yeah, because I remember you saying like there's a heartbeat, like Muggy D. Lucy's heart starts beating, and everybody is like,
Yes.
"Oh, I know
and
that. That's the
No,
drum
no,
from
it
George-"
is specifically a 1,300-year-old elephant who doesn't talk. Just no. That's the fucking thing. It doesn't talk except to Joy Boy and Luffy and Momonosuke. Momonosuke's also there, but it's a part of his heritage or whatever.
Okay.
And it hears Monkey D. Luffy's beat, and it goes, oh, I know that heartbeat. I haven't heard that in 1,000 years. It's Joy Boy! And Momonosuke goes, what?
Anyway, so as Yuna tries, you can tell whatever reason the portal just does not open.
You're having trouble there, Yuna.
This kind of lame.
Yuna's staring like at his hand at the ring, like as he like, because he kind of like looks at it and concentrates, because that's how he thinks that the shit works. But you find him staring at the ring. His hand is trembling, and he's just locked eyes on it.
Do you need someone else to take a turn?
He's not responding.
I slap him.
I mean, look at the knee. Hey! She's not tall enough to hit your face.
You jump up.
Like 2 inches tall, dude.
Salakor would pick her up and then place her back down.
Yes. You hold
Yeah,
me
he
so I can
finally
slap
snaps
him.
out of it.
Salakor, like, she just goes like, help!
Like, you have to bend your hands like
fucking
you cross your
Yeah.
arms.
Right, I have to cross my arms to grab her.
Just like trying to do that hurts my fucking shoulders.
But he snaps out of it, sort of, not completely. He for a moment he like looks around and finally focuses back on Liz.
Yo! We gotta go!
It's getting colder by the moment.
Right, sorry.
Somebody else has to do
I'll
it.
address that later. We need action now.
So
I will hand the cloak to Liz and like walk up and forcibly pull the ring off.
I feel like Liz would be better
Okay,
this, but no, she doesn't have any...
the scar comes back.
I will portal immediately.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
On our way.
Now this is the right music.
Yes.
No, we need fucking Yankety Sax for this. We're running out of a snowstorm.
So you take the ring from Yuna and you become slightly more beautiful.
My bags disappear.
Yeah. You look less haggard.
Your eyeshadow
You
just
try to
seeps
use
into
the
your
ring,
skin.
But for some reason it doesn't work.
Shit.
We need to go. We need to go.
Fuck.
I'll start running and I'll try it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Constitution saving throw.
As he does that, like trying to re-up, I'm going to just re-up fly again. I know this shit's gonna hurt, and I'm getting close.
Okay. Okay. That is 18 points of damage.
18.
How close are you?
I'm at 22.
You're good. So what did you roll for Constitution saving throw?
10.
10. You try it again, and usually you've used this. Everyone's used this, except for Zalakor with the portal. But for some reason, whatever like used to like have that happen, for some reason it's just not working right now.
Zalakor snaps the fly out, which was just like psychic energy that everybody is able to individually control around them, grabs Liz, sitting on the back again. We fly.
Okay.
Give me some
I'll
more
say
units
even-
time.
On foot. You guys do, after the 10 minutes, you do travel quite a bit of distance, but you didn't make it all the way, but you were able to go the rest of the way on foot, as you do make it to Ulm.
Are we thinking it's some sort of interference with the Asterium?
I don't care about that right now. I care about having the Asterium dealt with. This is an issue. I'm failing to find the words, but this is a fucking issue that needs to be addressed.
We'll go up and
This
using
is
Liz as our
nothing.
guide to find the Goliath that she was friends with.
I would say that this is probably one of the only times that you've seen Jack this concerned, at least.
It's like a mixture of like genuine concern. This is the one place I could go in and feel normal and not be stared at 24/7. Like Herringons are still rare, but people aren't like, oh, let's go. And
Yeah.
there is a large scale ecological disaster happening
On our heels.
I'm guessing you weren't expecting this to happen in this session.
No, I was not
Fuck
expecting
no.
ecotourism.
So this is why you were talking about how you were excited you had big stuff planned.
Yes, I did.
I see.
If you guys didn't kill the dragon, this would have never happened.
I'm sorry! Zalakor's ego got in his way.
It's not my fault he didn't try to reason with us.
Right.
Shot at him
he
first!
was being
Okay, no. I need to break this down. We show up. He's being shady, right? We're told there's a dragon. We're told there's a dragon there. He is the only person here. He's not concerned about a dragon, but despite being a Joe Schmo, you are described him as, quote, being fake stressed. He's going to be the dragon. I go, hey, you're a dragon. He immediately runs away. He doesn't try to reason with us. He doesn't go, oh, yeah, you got me. The jig is up. Let's have a chat. He just runs.
Yeah.
Zalakar tries to stop him. That fails. I try to stop him. He immediately, because it's the only thing I have that can stop people. I have this to run people down. He immediately turns, and then we fight. And there's not a word of dialogue between us during this fight.
I mean, you didn't try to talk to it.
He didn't try to talk to us either, and I am a mindless murder machine, my man.
I would have talked, but I was also paralyzed for the first half of the fight.
Yeah.
Liz
yeah, me
doesn't talk.
Okay.
She fight.
Liz doesn't talk.
I would
So
say there are very
she
valid
talks,
reasons
she's
why,
not
because
that
obviously dragons already know that magical creatures, especially like himself, are probably going to be hunted. He doesn't know if you guys are trying to get the Ethereum for these reasons, for ecoterrorism. So the best thing it's going to assume is these guys are trying to kill me or get the Ethereum, which he won't allow.
So
Well, he didn't do a
dies.
very good job.
So
did
he dies. So we kill his ass. Anyways.
But yes, you make it to
Arian, the innkeeper of Inn.
Keeper of Arian's Inn.
Hopefully he's changed that by now.
The carry-in.
Carrion.
Bruh.
You guys quickly go up the elevator. The elevator seems mind-numbingly slow compared to what is happening.
Man.
But you eventually make it up into the trees.
With like
and-
the elevator music.
Stress tapping his
Just using the 10-pound force of Mage Hand to just try and give 10 pounds of force up as much as I can. It's not helping, but I'm trying.
Yuna, please. Yuna isn't making any effort to hide himself anymore. He's 1,000-yard staring forward, just silent.
Yeah. This is a fun elevator ride. Listen, what are you up to?
And then the elevator reaches the top. As you all immediately, well, I would say even like Jack, you probably jumped up before it even reached the top.
I was gonna say, if there is like one of those service latches up top, he like and then just like 30 foot, just like straight up through it up the elevator shaft.
It's like rope, so I would expect you just to go up onto the rope and start.
Yes, you start climbing that shit.
Just as fast as I fucking can getting through this.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll eventually make it to the top.
Just running, going towards the Goliath. Booking it.
You see Arian. He's currently holding a chisel and chiseling the name of the inn into the stone.
Yes!
Drop everything you're doing right now. There's a big problem.
It's
Do you
bad!
know,
I forgot.
We're gonna die!
do you know where people of importance are so I can warn them?
People of importance?
Yes, I don't know who runs this place.
I'm just going. I'm
Where
going
do I
to
need
speak.
to go to put my hands on people?
I'm going to speak into his head, and just go. It is a problem with hysterium. People who may know how to contain that would be the greatest benefit to everybody's cause here.
Arian immediately kind of jumps at the telekinetic kind of speech as he is like, I believe I know of Asterium, but I actually do know a Goliath, a very old Goliath that used to work in those mines one of his descendants. So he's over in you know what? I'll just lead you there.
Quickly.
He
Yes!
immediately starts running, and he has very long strides, so he's able to keep up with a lot of you. And he makes it to this kind of smaller house as he basically just opens the door and walks in. As you see inside, there is a Goliath that's below average height.
Below average.
A big beard, completely bald. All very pale skin with tattoos. And he's like, Vernon, these people want to talk to you about a Asterium problem. What is it?
Hysterium
Asterium.
seems to be running rampant, and there's a blizzard that's going to overtake the entirety of Ravenville Thicket.
And a bunch of creatures are on their way! Trying to escape it!
Help me up. I need to see it for myself. I need to see how bad it is.
I'm leaving to go shake down a guard.
Picking him up and bring him to the window.
The older guy kind of grabs a cane, is a very big cane, probably twice the size of Liz, and just kind of walks over to the window.
He has a
like,
2-inch cane?
Sorry, like pentuple the size of Liz. If we're talking
Horribly-
about regular height, yes, probably double, but
like horribly hunched over, holding like this little baby cane. Just like,
It's like
God! When
it
it's
does
like
have
ant
much
size.
fun he's using though.
it's like the super tiny tricycle.
But he makes it to the window and he's like, oh, that's a big problem.
Yes. How do we stop it or minimize the problem?
Let me think. 1 moment. I need a roll. Okay. Well, the best way that we can prevent this from happening is, if you can block off whatever, it doesn't pass through stone very well. So if you're able to block off the entrance or something, that would be able to prevent it from going as far as it could go.
Whatever massive ravine opened up, exposing a
shit.
large amount of it to the air.
See, there's this crevasse.
What, you want us to make a go make a stone wall real quick? You think we're gonna be that fast?
No, if you can just seal the entrances to where the Asterium is, it should be able to prevent it before it gets the hotter, which is a lot more bearable for the magical creatures in this forest. But if you are unable to block it out, the best thing that we can do is prepare for the creatures and hopefully be able to lead them to the smaller neighboring forest. Let me...
We're gonna need a lot of
yeah.
people to do that. We're gonna need a lot of people to seal off those entrances.
Wait, are you listening to me at all, little goblin?
No!
I said because of the ravine, the best case that we can do is lower the damage rate on our neighboring towns and hopefully lead it all into the neighboring forest that's still part of Havenwolf Thicket to minimize the damage to our and others, and hopefully once the Ethereum does its thing, they can go back.
I believe based on the map, Porthaithwidge. How the Porthaithwidge?
Or Faithwidge.
Porthaithwidge is probably the most endangered. It's closest to the forests.
Poor Thag, good
I'm
did
not sure how much Glimmerwater's in danger with that much of an open area.
Yes, I can send a few, Arian, could you send a few of our fastest men over to... I already forgot that name. Porthin...
Portha. Henge?
Porridge.
Porthaithwidge.
Porridge?
Could you send our fastest men to Porthaithwidge? As Arian nods and he quickly runs out. As for you four, I would say that the best thing that you guys can do is tell others and prepare them for the oncoming magical catastrophe. All we have to do is seal off both of the pathways. And if we are able to keep any creatures from going on any of the pathways leading to the towns, they will most likely go into the forest.
Okay.
Yuna is like, he's barely paying attention. He's still just kind of like a little wide-eyed, occasionally like looking over his shoulder.
Zalakor is going
But
to like
otherwise
kinda
it's kinda like-
scream. Zalakor is going to scream in Yuna's ear, in Yuna's head, and going, "Yuna, pay attention. Many people's lives are at stake.
Sorry.
Whatever's gotten into needs to be spilled in soon. But right now we have other important matters to deal with."
Right. Sorry. Just tell me what I need to do.
Just alert the townsfolk. Most of them know of Istharium and knew that there was some in this forest, and they will do what they can to block off the pathways. You guys can help them, or you can, sit around. But after you're done, come back up here. The creatures do not go up the trees often.
It would be good for us to help out somehow. If anything, letting them to go across the bridge to the left and into that part of the forest might still be a viable option. But keeping them completely blocked on the way to Glimmerwater would be the greatest idea.
It is too risky to move them across the bridge because, despite everything, it's more likely they will go to... Oh, can't say that name. Porthaithwidge.
They really need to rename that town.
I'm sorry. The person who created the town was John D. Porthaithwidge, and he named it after himself.
Are they related to Pippin Patalopsicopolis at all?
I haven't heard that name in forever.
Liz just runs out, starts screaming, just...
The fucking cold crystal is coming out of the thicket!
So
We need
The
to alert
fucking cold crystals coming out of the thicket.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I will write in my book to, because somebody I know is in the town that is written in the book, right? Or is that somebody who's not?
Currently 2 people.
2 people. Yeah, I'll write to both of them. Both of them, like, say exactly. Is there outbreak causing massive temporal irregulations in Ravenwolf Thicket? Alert the townsfolk. Make sure preparations are in order.
With Liz's help, And freaking let me take a look at my names I have. Locath and where's that other?
It's not the Genasi.
No, it's this
You
one's
hate.
not.
I don't know why you hate the name Genasi.
I don't know. I never can pronounce it correct when I see the name of
Correctly.
it. The correctly. But this one is. Let me. This one is named Trill.
Trill.
Trill. Nice.
And that's the one that you first talked to in the kind of basically sheriff's office.
Yeah, and they were a tiefling, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, you're nice.
Time
I
to
see what
change
you're doing there, Audrey.
I'm
Change the
seeing
music.
if I can find something that's like a little still intense, but not as like rushing.
More like building up to something bad. But yeah, immediately, like probably not even 5 minutes pass before you see people rushing about gathering materials and seeming like just in case something like this did happen where the creatures did need to be moved, they are grabbing out not traps but like the giant spikes, like the wood spikes to block off paths. And
Palisades?
excuse me?
Are you talking about like palisades?
A palace.
Palace? I think
Let me
that's-
actually look this up.
I think that's right. Whoops.
It's like
That's-
Palisad. Or am I using the wrong word?
No, Palisades, yeah.
No, not the fucking car. Please.
I was about to say, I put in Palisades and it shows me a nature reserve in North Carolina.
Thanks for the
Palisades.
20
I just looked at
sit-ups.
Palisades medieval and it pulled up, but yeah, it is Palisades.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Thanks for the sit-ups and squats, Jacob. And the jump!
God damn.
I'm gonna break your
healthy.
back.
Be
Do
healthy.
you want? I mean, do you want me to wait for you to come back, or do you want to do that afterwards?
Oh,
I think her desk is rising.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
She's about
so
to get up.
I'm
immediately,
watching your VTuber model slowly lower on watching it just slowly lower.
Oh my god.
I don't know if she intentionally had to do that, but that was funny as fuck.
so yeah, people start rushing about, taking out the Palisades, and they seem to have separate like ropes to bring stuff down as people are already on the ground taking them and blocking off passages, making or like running to the each end of the forest, blocking it off, making sure no one or no creature is able to or they'll try to condense it so they all go into the neighboring forest. And it seems like all of these, despite them being like, it seems like even though they're all rare creatures and everything, and this place, when you first entered, didn't seem like the most friendly place. Everyone seems to be working together to help stop this catastrophe.
I'll immediately push into action and just ask the nearest person, "Where do you need me?"
You go up to the nearest person, and they're just like, "Here, take this," and they just put give you a bunch of materials, and they're just like, "Take it to that rope." The rope will bring it down, and then it'll go to the people setting it up.
All right.
I'll
immediately start like running whatever they need me to run.
Lissa's just running
I'll-
around,
Zalakor-
like, making sure everyone's informed about the cold crystals coming from Thicket.
Zalakor is going to take an hour to rest so I can get spell slots back.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Yuna will keep
Which also
watch
means
of
I
the,
can
of the
use
forest
hit dice.
and warn anyone of any incoming creatures.
Okay.
Since everyone will be outside working, be like, hey, I'll keep watch. I'll still be
Make
up
a
in the tower or
perception
something.
check.
Perskepius.
While you're done, I'll just go do my jumping jacks real quick.
Perskepius. That
I'm
would be
using hit dice to heal myself.
that would be a way of fucking. Hold on, mental math is failing me.
19,
I'm stupid.
9.
24.
24. You look out all along the road. Thankfully, even though it's night, you are able to keep your eyes out. And thankfully, the moon is lighting up the road quite nicely. And you're able to keep it out. And every now and then, you just look back at the giant storm that's happening over Havenwolf Thicket, and the increasing size it gets every time you look over at it. But you do not see any creatures coming from Havenwolf Thicket yet.
When Zalakor is done with his rest, he is going to step out and like look for like the heaviest pieces that need to be moved.
The heaviest pieces seem to be the palisades.
Zalakor
Just giant walls, basically. That
worrying more about the livelihood of everybody around is going in front of everybody, hoping it's cool because of where he is, and they're not going to really worry about it. Going to use telekinesis. I'm going to cast telekinesis so I can lift. I have 10 minutes of this where I can just move up to 1,000-pound objects, and I believe I could just swap it between objects because it's concentration of up to 10 minutes.
okay. So as you start doing this, it's either that the people don't care or the people are too focused on the
Trying to
catastrophe
die.
to notice.
Yeah.
As you help with your telekinesis, bringing most of the bigger things down, as people in like these wagons or carts immediately dart out in both directions, blocking off the entryways to the other neighboring towns, hoping that, and apparently you hear them assigning certain people to stay at those 2 points, and if any creatures come, they are trained to be able to basically lead them into the neighboring forest. And as time passes, eventually it seems like most of the work has been done. And there is a silence as you wait for the eventually the magical creatures that will arrive.
Was me informing everyone about the stuff helpful in any way?
Make an insight check.
Oh.
Was that helpful?
Okay. 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
For the first 5
21.
minutes, it was helpful.
How long has it been?
Probably around an hour.
I was helpful for
Doing it
5
the
minutes.
whole time.
Man!
If you want, you could have said that after. You could have helped with bringing, but
So after 5 minutes, they got the idea, but you kept
Like,
going.
Liz was holding one of the heavy objects that I was carrying, didn't realize she got picked up with the telekinesis, just got shipped off to one of the front lines.
Was too distracted, just like yelling about it.
You're just the alarm system
Making
for this
sure everyone's
city
informed.
right now. Yeah. This is the first time since it came from.
The early list warning system.
No.
Through the sky.
Yeah, double effect.
That's great. That's great.
But yeah, right now silence. There's not much noise. Everyone is silent, just waiting. The people up here are equipped with bows and such, just in case any creatures do attempt to climb up into their city and they need to defend themselves. But everyone's just waiting in a tense silence.
Yeah, Zalakor is also going to like be standing waiting in case any creatures try to like climb up the trees. He has things that he has planned as well.
Do we hear like the storm?
Yes.
All right, so it's
A
not
loud
silent.
kind of whistling coming from the, so you can see it. It is getting bigger, and it is, yeah, it's just this loud kind of, you can feel the cold breeze now as it is getting closer. By closer, I mean bigger.
I see.
I'd assume by this point Yuna would calm down a bit more, especially
Yes.
since he had a task to focus in on. But now
You were
quiet,
able to
now that it's quiet again.
do breathing exercises.
Right, yeah. Right, exactly.
And you were able to calm down. Yes.
Yeah. But now it's quiet again. He starts to like nervously bounce his leg as he's like sitting up at the top of like one of the higher points of the city, just waiting.
I'm like on top of like a building, just like towards where the Frost is, just like staring at it in silence, waiting.
While we're waiting, because I'm assuming Yuna isn't within 30 feet of me.
I'll let Yuna decide that.
I don't know. With that, I guess that depends. Because Yuna,
I would have been nearer to the bottom, so that way, because I was planning if any creature was going to try and climb up, Zalakor was going to cast Dominate Beast to say, "We are not where you need to. This is not where you need to go." So they are charmed and basically force them to go into the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuna would be up much higher.
Okay.
Like
then
as high as
Yuna's...
he can for vantage.
Then Zalakor's just going to talk through his book.
She can.
Zalakor's going to talk through his book because he has Yuna's name in the book.
True.
So, what was that back in the forest with the ring?
I don't really know, but for what felt like minutes going by, I was somewhere else. He goes silent again.
Possession? Interference? Your best guess.
I don't know. Hey, so Grianok is ancient, right?
He wasn't exactly there at the birth of the world, but he is very, very old.
Is there anything else that's as old or older?
I mean, we both know of one creature. As that creature is the reason that my master is within that mountain. But other than him, I do not know off the top of my own mind.
That's reassuring. I'll talk more in depth about it later with everyone else. We need to
have
focus.
time. When we have time, I will take a look over that ring to see if there is something wrong with the enchantment or corruption inside of it.
Please do.
So, almost another hour passes as you guys wait, and eventually you do see mostly normal kind of animals, so like deer, sometimes a bear or two, going across. None of them paying attention because obviously you guys are up in the trees. Eventually, you start seeing more magical creatures, insects, extremely large insects, and just all sorts of different types of creatures that you would have never thought you would have seen, but thankfully none of them so far have seemed to have noticed you or cared, seeming like they're already dead set on going just across to get away from the cold. I'll say Jack. You're on top of a tree. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if other people are on top of their houses right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the fucking Midwestern instinct when they hear a fucking tornado siren to walk out onto their fucking front porch and just
Just watch it.
But yeah,
there it is.
there's a male drow next to
there it is.
you. Seems probably in their adulthood, as they kind of like, none of the dangerous creatures have gone through yet. This is upsetting. Probably 30 minutes pass as you actually see the beholder just kind of float across, looking in directions, and for a moment you think it sees you, but it either just is too focused on its mission to get across and get into a warmer climate, or it doesn't actually notice you and you just are imagining things.
who knows, a beholden or not.
Eventually, I'll say Liz, you hear something climbing up the tree. It's skittering and very uncertain, like, not, what's that word? It's not consistent.
Sporadic.
Yeah, it's very sporadic and it's climbing. You hear it, it's
I was gonna say
My
inconsistent.
yeah, I was gonna say my analytical ass went inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
it is
No,
inconsistent.
Not consistent.
As you hear it climbing up. You hear something climbing up.
Something's coming, guys!
Where
It's coming up the tree!
I knock an arrow and immediately start searching.
I prepare my
Also
fucking
start
hammer.
looking.
Yeah, I will also look.
I pull my hammer out from
You
nowhere.
guys all, I'll say, I'm not sure. Zalkar, are you going as
I'm
well?
ready to bonk this motherfucker.
Yeah, I have my thing to try to keep any creature away.
I want
So,
to
you
If it's a
go
beast,
over,
if it's not a beast, I have other plans.
you go over, and as you get, I need you all to make a perception check.
Yep.
Perception, I'm so good at those.
19.
13.
Please.
What did you get, Zalkar? Sorry.
13.
13? Okay.
Jesus, it's
I got a 12.
12? What did you get, Trent?
I got a 31 again.
Oh,
Fuck?
what the fuck?
Are those dice weighted?
Are you
No.
using the same
Okay,
dice?
no, yes, Scanlan, because he's been rolling weirdly well. Scanlan has every single day, he has a 50-50 chance to either be my best friend or fuck me.
That sounds
There
like
is
that
no
sounds like
in
Scanlan.
between.
That sounds
Yeah.
like Scanlan.
As you look over and around, you are all able to easily find this creature. It is disproportionate. It has what seems like it's humanoid in shape. It has 6 arms. Its face kind of almost triangular, 3 red eyes, 3 fingers. It's all black and inky as its nails kind of dig into the tree and it climbs up. All of its movements are sporadic and quick, almost like a spider as it climbs up the
Question.
tree.
Do I think this would be considered a beast? Because there are humanoids, there is
Oh shit!
there is like aberrations, there is beasts.
I have ranger things I could have been doing.
Oh shit! I
So-
kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, I
We
forgot-
have those.
I forget about primeval awareness because it never comes up.
What was that? Was it just-
Primeval awareness, I can expend 1 ranger slot as an action, 1 ranger spell slot as an action, and for 1 minute, I can sense whether aberrations, celestial, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead are within, because we're in my favorite terrain, a 6-mile radius.
Damn,
Yes,
alright.
I forgot
Right.
to do that.
Jesus. You can
It's
tell that there
Ranger!
are. You can tell that there are fae, and you can tell that there are undead.
Fae and undead.
Are the tell me them again, just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
It is aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
There are also elementals and
Aberra-
fiends.
I believe, aren't beholders aberrations, or am I wrong in that assessment?
Behold.
If they are, then there's also aberration, just because the beholder
I
did
feel like-
pass.
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like
I think so.
That's extra planar, right?
Aberration. Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that because of Eonkath, because Eonkath's whole thing was fuck aberrations. All my homies
Me and all my
hate
homies
aberrations.
hate aberration.
There's phase elementals, undead, and fiends, and what was that?
The one aberration.
The aberration, yeah.
Yes.
That boy.
A notable lack of
Cool.
dragon.
Does this seem like it's a beast?
Noted.
Make a nature check.
You got it. Who's ready for a roll? You know what? Let's get. Am I doing Caduceus or am I doing the Traveler?
Traveler.
Travel.
Well, actually,
God,
Caduceus sounds cooler.
I was gonna say the Traveler got voted for more. I got outvoted here. Good
Well, but
I
God
didn't
then
think
changed
about it,
his
yeah.
vote to Caduceus, and Caduceus is also the coolest motherfucker. Caduceus
I was
played
gonna.
by goat.
I hope you find some.
18. I have +0.
God damn.
So you look at this,
Nice.
and you probably would say that this is a humanoid, not beast.
Humanoid, not beast. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's cocked.
God.
Okay, it fails.
Cool. It's paralyzed. I'm going to go there. Injure it so it runs.
Immediate lock in.
It's just like
Can I like whack-a-mole this thing if it's close enough?
it is not close enough.
Aw, man. I'll still be prepared to if it comes closer.
It's paralyzed, right?
It is
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Okay.
Critical, it's only a crit if it's an attack made within 5 feet. I looked up paralyze.
I still got my sneak attack though.
Yeah, yes. You get
And,
advantage, so it's sneak attack.
Yeah.
And because I'm not going to do initiative for this because I don't see a reason to.
Yeah,
Fair.
So I'll say that you are able to do the first attack on this thing.
Cool.
I
and
was
when you
using
say-
my action to hold it, so I can't do anything.
Yes. When you say attack, are you letting me do a full suite of attacks for me? Which
Yes.
is 3 attacks. Cool. Cool. Need to figure out what dice I'm pairing to.
As that is happening, as you're dealing the damage to this, you begin to hear the extremely loud rumble, and this is a lot louder than the what you're assuming is the earth golem you fought before. As you see a massive kind of slithering thing under the ground as it is making its way across, and then sometimes you can see a bony kind of spine poking up from underneath, and this is there's no flesh, this is just bone as it's poking up out of the ground like a serpent in water.
An undead bullet.
Damn, I was about to make a Dune reference. Never
A
mind,
bullet?
Pony.
A bullet.
A
bullet.
A bullet? A bullet?
A bullet made of
What
pure
kind of
metal.
bullet?
What kind of bullet?
A bullet.
I'm missing something here.
A pure gold.
Oh, Walsingram, the Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Fucking goated movie, dude.
A bullet
Okay,
is
do we
pure
want to hear all
gold.
of my rolls?
Yes, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 16.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Those
What the fuck?
the
Also-
total?
No, that's not my
Or-
totals. But my total for the first one's 11.
Okay.
My total for the second one is 15, and then 25, which I hope.
Anything
fucking-
above a 14 hits.
The two of them hit.
Okay, let's go. Jesus Christ, though, those rolls made me sad. By the way, Scanlan rolled a 2. He gave up on me.
Oh no.
He was like, I gave you
no.
fucking 30s, goddammit.
I've done enough.
Checks.
It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
my
work is
that's
done.
it.
I'm spent.
Yeah, maybe he's only for looking, not for fighting.
Dude, I used to think Percival was there for like, oh, he's the eagle eye. He's never rolled well on my perception checks, dude.
How well does he roll for fighting?
Pretty good. Like, not the best in the world, but like, Grog still is undefeated for any form of a mental stat roll, and I find that very funny.
I have an
okay,
intelligence of
it's-
6. I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. Oh, you're not here.
Yeah.
So it is 11:34.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Don't worry, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Okay.
D8 plus an additional D8, 2D6.
God, I don't want to fucking do inventory bullshit tomorrow.
Saying that.
So how much damage is it?
Very good question. 18, 23 damage on the first roll, and then 13 damage for the second roll.
Okay. So what's the total again? I mean, what's the numbers
It
again?
was 23 and 18.
Yes,
Okay, so that's
13.
41.
it was
Oh,
13,
13?
not 18. Correct.
So that's
'Cause I roll-
36.
Yes.
Either way, when you shoot this thing, it doesn't seem to be very strong as you kill it. It going in one of the eyes and then the other of the eyes as it just falls off and dies.
Oops.
Shit.
It doesn't seem like anyone minds because they're like, okay, this is a
It is our life or theirs.
exactly. It's
Yes.
like we don't want these
Yeah,
creatures
it's
getting
kind of a.
This is better than us dying.
Damn right.
Yeah, I'd rather be
Um,
around to be a custodian for what's
Mark
left.
As
That's
you
awesome.
are continuing to watch,
Mars?
eventually you see two massive legs. They are if they were staying still, you would have thought they were trees. But all the way up goes a rounded kind of head and one giant eye that glows out like a spotlight on the floor.
Hey, Midas.
As it just walks across it. It does not notice you. Thankfully, a lot of the creatures seem to be not noticing. Eventually,
What the
you guys do hear something else begin to climb up the tree.
All
I
right,
prepare
I'm
once
fucking.
again. Probably
I'm
have a
shooting
little look
Eldritch
over.
Blast.
Everyone make a perception check again.
Persepious.
I'm so great at these.
25.
Scanlan, you're giving me mixed messages.
That's a 10.
So 10. You got what? 25, Yuna.
Yes.
You motherfucker.
And
Scanlan.
what do you get?
I rolled a fucking 2. Scanlan, you bastard.
You got a 4. Okay. Anyone above a 14 sees this.
Let's go. God bless my cracked.
So, Liz, you don't see it, right? What do you get? Like a 10?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Liz and Zalcor do not see this, but Jack and Yuna, you guys see this creature has probably 10 legs as it is climbing up. It has a massive body, and its body seems to be made of decapitated heads. It is wearing a giant kind of webby spider silk-like cloak. Not cloak, but more like it is wrapped around its thing, and you can see just a bunch of decapitated limbs and heads. All of them are just a mask of like screaming.
Kill it with fire.
Since I can't see it, I
Pull
can't
out the
Eldritch
flamethrower
Blast.
real quick.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No questions asked.
No questions asked.
Liz
Yeah.
doesn't
My
see it, but
question-
she's still prepared to whack-a-mole if something comes up.
I'm assuming I don't see it even after they've shot. Like I can't attack after they've shot towards it.
I'll say, if they show, like, if they point it out, you will be able to see it. But neither of them said they pointed it out. So.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, no.
Just like, oh fuck, just pause the
I
yeah.
just assume people are as watchful as I am in this.
Yeah,
moment.
so you see, but actually, if you look around, because this is not just on one tree, this is on like, there's a bunch of different trees, and you see other people either shooting bows at other creatures that are climbing up. You guys may roll to hit.
Everyone?
Those who see.
Those who see it, yeah.
Jack
It's
and
saying how.
Not us.
Yeah, they didn't say where it was. I'll say after they shoot, you can make a perception check again with advantage because
That's a dirty 20 for perception.
I rolled
any
14
hit above
to
a
hit.
15 will hit.
Fuck. Yeah, I miss.
Oh,
You want to see the duality
it's a
of
good
my
idea that I
fucking
boot
dice?
Scanlan out. The council has decided.
Yeah.
A question for my own damage numbers. Do I still get my first round
Yes.
combat bonuses? Okay, cool. I hit on all of them, and one of them is a crit. God bless you, Grog.
Holy
God
shit.
bless. God bless.
Good, because I fucking missed.
I want the grog dice because the grog dice look cool. But
It wasn't it wasn't the first one that crit though, and that makes me sad. It was the second one because all my damage goes onto the first one.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20 and an
Pain.
8.
So yeah, you Liz, you see it, and Zalcor, you both see it. Liz, you can see it very well. You can see every
Cool.
detail of this thing.
Let me know if it survives Trent.
Oh god, what just happened? Oh!
I think he min-rolled.
Trent?
Oh my fucking god.
I think he min-rolled.
Do you want to roll to hit?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do Eldritch.
This bitch if I can.
I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast, which is I get 3 beams of Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'll allow you to hit it as well, Liz.
Okay.
The first one's a 21. Second one's cocked. That's also cocked. Second one's a 28. And then the third one is a 24. So I believe all
Anything
3 of
above
those
a
hit.
15 hit. Yeah.
Yes.
So you've been rolled, Trent.
You ever min roll on a crit?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
All 4 dice. All 4 of them.
Oh no, I love them.
Oh,
All 4 of them,
no.
dude.
Oh,
That's
no.
8. That's 12 damage.
That's really sad.
So 12 and the other 2.
And do I only get
Bro,
one
my
attack?
morale is shattered. I went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows.
So anything
Jarom,
above 15 hits.
do I do my normal roll?
Yeah, your normal hit roll.
Okay, do I need to do anything for my exhaustion?
No, that's only that's only for ability
That's
checks.
only ability
Okay.
checks. I actually
Actually, yeah.
forgot that you should have rolled straight because
Oh, right.
Not
same
yay.
with Yuna
Uh,
for their perception checks.
that was 27 points of force damage.
And what did you roll for your damage, Trent?
I got another min roll.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh my, what the
Use
fuck?
some different dice, man.
Brother, I have been cycling.
Aw, maybe you need to stop.
Dude, why
Maybe
do
you just
what are
need
you
to stop
talking
cycling.
about?
Yeah, you just have to use the
Why do you
one.
think I got these?
Maybe you just need to
Just-
stop cycling and stick to one
Yeah,
pair just to see
Stick
what
to
happens.
one, yeah. Stick to one dice. You don't switch.
I did, and then Scanlan betrayed me.
Do a different one now.
I don't know who to trust anymore.
Choose one that's been being shit. Maybe it'll turn out good.
This is the one that's weighted.
That was Scanlan. They rolled me a 2.
Okay.
Do it again.
Okay.
Oh, my
Do it again.
my attack.
4.
Good.
Do it again.
21.
Okay,
Hits.
so
Are you using the hammer or your
Yeah, I was
axe?
using the hammer.
Okay.
As I said, anything above a 15 hits. So
27
wanna hear
in total
damage.
across all 3 attacks.
27. And what did you roll, Jacob?
For
15
for
that is
damage,
my-
Yeah,
27 points of force damage.
Another 27.
15 of my damage is off
Forgot
of
to
my
roll that
dex
without the
modifier
rage.
alone.
And
15
you,
of my
Audrey?
damage was my charisma modifier.
Should I roll that
I missed.
again? I forgot
Brother,
I
I
had
rolled the
rage
crit.
on.
All
You
3
forgot your-
rolls of my damage
I had
dice,
rage on.
which is a total of
I mean, if you rage, I'll say I'll allow it.
6.
If I rage.
If you raged beforehand,
I mean, I didn't say so, but
I'll allow it. I'll
you'll
just say
allow me
keep
to
the rage.
rage. Nice.
Just roll for damage. I just want to hear the damage, okay?
I mean, I did do it.
Yeah, it was 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
And
10.
Okay, so that's in total 64 damage. You guys are able to shoot this thing, and eventually it does die from the onslaught of attacks, as when it dies, all of the heads and decapitated things just kind of fall apart onto the floor below.
I feel bad for whoever has to clean that up.
The
Not
rest of the
us.
night, you guys all keep watch. And the creatures do pass. Most of them pass it, thankfully. And eventually it becomes morning, and it seems like most of the creatures have crossed to the other side.
Cool. Did we at least short rest during any of that?
I'll say,
we probably
You
would have had a
guys-
short rest before the.
yeah, you guys all get a short rest before, but during it, you guys are all way too tense to be actually resting.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I was absolutely just gonna tank a thing of exhaust, stay up all night and keep watch.
You guys do actually, I'll say, you do not take a thing of exhaustion.
Do I still
Yeah,
have an
I don't want another
exhaustion
point.
from before?
Yes, unless you take a long rest, you'll keep it.
That's what Liz sounds like, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that my immersion could stay true.
hooray.
So yeah, most of the creatures seem to have went on with their business, and the storm seems to have reached its peak as it got a lot bitterly cold. As you see, you can actually see the snow now on top of some of the trees, and it is quite cold, but not cold enough for you guys to need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah.
Where's Arion? Is he okay?
Arian, most of the time, Arian seemed to have been feeding people that
Did we
were
see
staying up.
Corridor come back?
You have not.
Oh no. Hope he made it out okay.
It was nice knowing him.
It's just
Hopefully
a
the
Jello
slime man
icicle
didn't
out
get
there somewhere.
fucking
It's just fucking ice cubes. He's
freeze.
comically frozen.
Or
in that
if he
ice.
has arrived, or if he did arrive, you guys didn't notice.
Mm,
Too focused on the magical creature horde.
that's fair.
Yeah, fair.
Probably a good time to end it for Austin.
Unless Yuno wishes to discuss the thing.
We could do that.
Right, you
Um,
could probably explain it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I guess it's safe to assume between like by the time morning came, we all like eventually like
I'll say that you guys go back to the inn, getting
Yeah.
ready to do your rest again. Arian actually lets you in
Right.
without needing any pay.
My man.
Saying that you guys already helped immensely with the onslaught of attacks.
Right.
And
For the moment that it was too stressful for people to notice him slinging magic, or for them to not care.
Fair enough.
We are in a magic land.
Yeah.
But,
Magical place.
Yeah, we all reconvene. That's the word I was looking for. We all reconvene in the inn, and like Yuna like sits back at the edge of the bed. Yeah, and then well, thanks to reading Pippin Paddleup's a couple of book. I feel
What
it's
about
prudent
opening
that
up?
I
About your secrets?
yes, thank you. Exactly. I feel it prudent
giving away
to
secrets.
that very well.
Let him talk.
I feel it prudent that I explain what happened to me back there at the forest. Don't know how, and I don't know why. But as soon as I tried to use the ring to open the portal, I found myself somewhere bleak, empty. Not a sound, not a sense, not a single feeling, just emptiness, blank, stark, wide no. Just nothing around except for something, some sort of jet black sphere just floating there, pulsating, and it I felt it noticed me. Don't know how, but whatever it was, it knew I was there. And then I came to. And it felt almost not mechanical, but when it noticed me, it wasn't anger, it wasn't hunger, it wasn't anything. It was just it saw me. It knows. It knew I was there. It and it felt eldritch, ancient, like it's been around since the beginning. I don't know how else to explain it. Then the ring stopped working.
Delacour will set the book down, just like I think Jack has the ring.
Correct.
Goes, is it alright if I take a look?
Please.
Take it and like try and study, see if I can see if there's a problem with the ring or if there's something weird about
Make an
the
Arcana check.
runes. I feel like Caduceus isn't good for Arcana because that's intelligence. So we use Traveler because the Traveler is all about tricks, and it's a trick to try to pull this off. That's a 12.
Um.
What would Caduceus have given me?
Ooh.
Worse.
Okay.
Despite it being still a 12, not with your normal vision, as if you could see out of your other eye, the one that's broken and replaced, you can see a almost like a purple dark almost gas coming from the ring. It is you can tell that it feels like you could touch the darkness if you wanted to.
I will.
Okay. When you reach out and you touch the darkness, I'll decide if you want this to be a whisper chat, because it will be the exact same thing I will describe to Yuna when.
You know what? No, I don't want it to be whisper chat.
Okay.
I want to be put in
I'll
the
say
Eldritch
that-
Horror without.
I'll say that you described this afterwards the same.
Yeah.
So, right as you touch it, just complete black. You're not asleep, it's not a dream. A sudden shift. You find yourself standing in a place. No ground, no ceiling, no horizon, but a deep crushing stillness. Far out, kind of in the center of your vision, you can't look away from it. There's a shape, round, a deep dark black. Despite being around a black void, you can still see it. It's massive, you can tell, despite the distance. It's not loud, it's contained and intentional. You can see faint veins of violet pulse beneath its surface, like something is trapped inside, slowly breathing or thinking. You can't tell what it is. You don't know if it's made of stone or flesh, or you just don't know. You don't normally freeze to things like this, but you do. You can't move. And this is a fear unlike you've known before. You feel this fear. This is something older than you, much older, and you can feel a pressure behind your eyes and a realization that this thing is studying you, judging you, not emotionally, not with anger, not with hate, not with any emotion, but it's doing it systematically, like a knife weighing whether you're the right kind of cut.
Ugh.
Or isn't going to try and hide in any way, feeling that he's just going to, in the best way he can, frozen in fear, put everything he is on whatever proverbial table is being put in front of him.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Like, he's not trying to hide anything about him. He's not trying to keep anything about him a secret that is being studied, because in his knowledge of dealing with old and ancient beings, if they wanted something, then they could very easily obtain it. So it's a good gesture to not try and hide, at least in his mind.
Even with you knowing this, like it doesn't matter. You're like obviously your limbs can't move. All you know is whatever this is, you have been seen by it. It knows. And then it's gone. No flash, no jolt, just an absence. You're back to seeing your friends. But you still feel the fear afterwards.
This is ancient, possibly before everything. I don't know.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
What the fuck?
Huh.
I feel
Ah,
that
indeed.
the ring stays within its vision, or maybe me and Yuna are already permanently within its vision.
Actually, with that Arcana check, you can tell that this thing isn't connected to the ring at all. Nothing about the ring and this creature are connected, but it seems like when Yuna tried to use the ring, whatever this is didn't want him to use it.
Didn't want
Strange.
him to use it, or just didn't want the ring to be used?
It didn't want the ring to be used in general. You can tell whatever this is that it probably will fade away eventually. But currently, it is unable to be used.
Strange.
Dalakor relays this.
Why now?
What a fucking creep!
For what purpose?
If it's seemingly not connected directly with the ring, then how is it doing this?
Is this guy like your little friend in your head?
No, that. This is different.
What, is it like God?
Don't think
Hopefully
God
fucking not.
Yeah.
One can hope not.
I certainly hope that's not some sort of creator.
Is it gonna kill us?
Think so.
Hmm.
I don't want to find out.
And that's where we're in the session.
Strange. Creepy. I don't know how to feel about that.
What a session.
I have notes I need to take.
We had eco-terrorism. We had defending a city. We had eldritch horrors and beyond our imagination.
Comprehension.
And beyond human comprehension.
Finally,
Rain.
had plans for months are finally taking effect.
Rain is
Finally.
acting
Come here, dude.
weird.
Okay, but why
Okay.
did this happen with the ring?
Those plans and plans.
Good
within
question.
those plans
Also, I'm
planned
going to make
around
note
it.
that the book is currently set down. No one is holding it.
Yes.
Yep.
True, no one is holding it right now.
Okay.
I'm not touching
Okay.
that right now. Shit
None
is funky.
is-
This was a great session.
Yeah, this was
good.
fun.
Yeah.
Hold on, Fred. I wanted to explain something really quick. So,
Yes.
just because it was funny. So we had a new perishable manager put into our workplace. Okay, I was wanting to make a good impression. Like I hadn't talked to the guy. I still haven't talked to the guy, and I only worked with him Monday. He was talking to the assistant store manager, being like, "Okay, here's your perishable people. This guy's in produce. This guy will be your right hand man. This guy's in dairy, and then this is your frozen guy. I worked here for 6+ years, and he's the greatest frozen guy I've ever worked with. Don't mess with him, and everything will be fine." And I still have not interacted with the manager. The assistant store manager said, "Don't fuck with him. It's fine.
Just
Just
let
leave him
do
alone."
his
Let him do his shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We'll get a
I
little
don't know why
testy,
Jacob were like, wait, Trent, I want to tell you something. So it all started out with.
It all started out with Joy Boy. We've actually only recently figured out. I can't.
Turns out
Dude,
I am Joy Boy.
Audrey, you are in for a wild fucking ride. And
What?
no, in general, for One
Oh.
Piece, you are in for a
I
wild
see.
fucking
I
ride.
see.
Like for, I love One Piece with all my heart. It is an immaculate thing of storytelling. I just wish Long Ring Long Land wasn't canon and technically very important because it's garbage. Okay.
All right.
So back to back, we have Gate. Gate is anime filler, but it's so good everyone wishes it was canon. Followed by Long Ring Long Land, which is so dog shit people wish it wasn't canon. It's just abysmal. I personally skipped it because I watched video essays on it instead of actually watching it because, okay, my very first episode of One Piece that I ever saw was Long Ring Long Land, and it made me go, One Piece isn't for me.
Okay.
Imagine Trent not talking about One Piece.
Dude, and then I just didn't think about it for like 7 years, I want to say, and then I met a good friend of
Can't
mine,
imagine what
and
it'll
he's
be
like,
like
"You
then."
heard about One Piece?" I was like, "Oh yeah." Isn't that the thing with like the dude who stretches and like there was like a slow beam and I watched his eyes widen as he realized my only exposure was Long Ring Long Land.
Oh my goodness.
It's not long, but God does it feel it.
You can feel every second
Okay.
pass.
That'll be
Oh my
interesting.
God, yeah.
That'll be real interesting.
Sadly, it's important.
Sadly it is important due to the theme of things growing tall because they are free, because there's overarching narratives of freedom throughout the entirety of One Piece, and it's mentioned in Long Ring Long Land that when questioned why the horse is tall, the dude living there simply replies, quote, because it is free. Which gives the implication that things grow taller when they're free, which would explain why Edward Newgate, also known as Whitebeard, being a mere human, standing at 12 feet tall. He is just a human. There are no qualms about this. Or Charlotte Linlin, also known as Big Mom, who is about the size of a giant, but she's just a human.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see why that might not make sense.
And Luffy, when he becomes free, one of the first things he does is become Giant Luffy. This is a recurring theme that is solidified within the story, established in one of my least favorite sections.
Okay.
I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun with any Slobby.
Okay. All right. Sure.
By the way, I wanted to be known, you spelled Ethereum, and I, like, didn't get all the letters, so I get it mostly, and I realized my notes for Ethereum's spelling is just, it's there, yum.
It's there, yum.
I have something I gotta show you guys.
I actually need to see if that's how it's spelled now.
Put ISTHERYUM.
One moment. I have so many notes.
While you're doing that, I'll show you this thing that I learned about recently from one of my other streamer friends. There's this, like, website where you can connect your, like, Twitch to it, and it gives you, like, a, like, Pokemon-style description. It's, like, how to evolve you and, like, how to, like, what you're weak against and what you're strong against, like, that type of thing, but it's, like, you as a streamer.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what you guys think of the one I have for mine, and I put in the VC right there.
You said you'd spelled it's Therium.
Yeah, ISTHERYUM.
So get rid of the U and add an A instead of an E.
Istherium.
Is
Okay.
Therium.
One of the things I have had in this campaign, and I wrote down very early, and you guys have finally got it too. What session is this?
This is the 49th one.
That
We're
session's the
almost
50th
to the
session?
We're gonna be on the 50th session next time, yeah.
Jesus, this campaign's never gonna end.
Oh my god. We're gonna reach session 100 before.
You know, I've been working on the space campaign, I don't think I'm ever going to do it because this campaign's going to last forever.
I was thinking about, like, if I did join the space campaign, because, like, it's very interesting. Like, my camp, because me and Audrey are going to be part of a campaign that Trent's doing.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm doing an IRL D&D campaign, so we would have to wait till this one and mine are over before I joined that one. Because I can't do more than 3 D&D sessions a week.
Yeah.
And you're about to do 4? Or are you doing it after yours?
No, I'm doing 3 right now. Trent said Trent also said 3 is his maximum, and he's doing 3. So whenever mine or yours is done, he like his Thursday stuff is done, then he is planning on starting his campaign.
Gotcha.
And so, like, after whatever, like, we'd have to wait till the end of the other one before I joined that. But I was thinking if I did, do you know the one, it's not actual Star Trek, but it was like Star Trek over here. Yeah,
adjacent.
Made by, I think, Seth MacFarlane.
I do not.
Seth MacFarlane sounds familiar, but also that last name just be familiar.
He made Family Guy. That he's the.
Nah.
It's specifically. There's a meme. Do you remember the 500 cigarettes meme?
I believe I've heard of that,
500
yes.
cigarettes.
So basically, it's in this Star Trek adjacent show. There's this race of people that don't know what cigarettes are, and they're explained, oh, it's cigarettes. And then they get insanely addicted to them because they show the other person of this race, and they go to this fabricator and they go, computer, 500 cigarettes. And then somebody counted, and it was only like 462 cigarettes or something in the stack.
I've heard like when you did like 500 cigarettes. I've heard that before.
Yes, but it's a whole show that this dude made, he made, with a whole bunch of different stuff about it, and it seems quite interesting. I don't know where the fuck to watch it, but it does seem interesting. But I thought, like, if we did that, I would want to just be him, but some sort of, like, martial class. Instead of using, like, laser weapons or anything, he just gets in and beats the fuck out of people. Like, he doesn't have high emotional ability. He just, he is very confident in what he can do. Like, why would I need to use any sort of fire when I can rip their spine out of their body?
I think with that kind of campaign, I'd want it to be like I feel like before I actually continue the story, I might want to actually. I'm thinking about making a separate server, having the people join who might want to join, because obviously it's going to be very complicated depending on what people want their characters to be, being that I'm going to have to do a lot of homebrew stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's like, obviously, as I said, I'll allow you guys to really be whatever creature you want to be. And then I can homebrew it, add either weaknesses or strength to them. And then obviously after that, I'd want you to give me a description of your own private ship. And then I would make that also homebrew.
Adorable.
By the way, if this creature did have to be homebrewed, if it wasn't already made, it would probably have to have a very high constitution, because in lore of this Star Trek adjacent thing, they can eat anything.
Well, I think what I would do is that I would basically, you would say what you want, and we would just kind of pair it up with one of the already existing races.
Yeah.
But then we would flavor it with,
Oh yeah.
our own things.
It would have to be something mostly with high constitution and strength.
So what,
Probably-
a
you'd probably have
Goliath?
to Goliath, honestly, Goliath would probably fit well with it. And like this creature, it literally just can eat anything. They ate a whole glob of wasabi, felt nothing. They ate a rag, just yeah.
Hmm.
Oh wait, I have seen that meme. I remember. I've seen it on YouTube Shorts.
Can't remember what it's called.
Alright, guys, say bye-bye to stream because I'm
Bye,
losing it.
stream.
Bye-bye, stream. Everyone have a good time. Go give Cheese a whole lot of love because we're raiding out to her.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah.
It's funny, Jacob.